Yeah, alright everybody, and welcome back to Grounded. That's right, we're still here in the backyard doing the thing, and as you can see, between the last recording, I did do a little upgrade, finished the top floor of our base, did a little work down here at the bottom, got some organization going, got a bunch of boxes. We are looking good. But today, we got to turn in this Burgle super chip that we got from the hedges last time. We also are going to head into the pond lab. So, before we get started, we want to grab all of our supplies, meaning we need our diving gear. So, one of those, and one of them. There we go. Let's go ahead and talk to Burgle, see what he has to say about this super chip, and then move on.
Hello there! Acting Science Manager Burgle at your service! How can I help you today? Huh. You made it back in one piece. How unexpected. You are more resourceful than I thought. Hand it over and we can see what data Dr. Tully backed up upon it. Processing. This is the Hedge Super Chip. Forgive me, I forgot to mention the nasty spiders before I sent you up there. I hope they were not too much trouble. Haha. I am feeling much more like myself. Take it from me, there's nothing quite like a reverse lobotomy. Thank you. Now, what is it you were wanting to know? Oh yes, the location of the other super chips. There are 4 labs throughout the yard, each with a super chip. The Hedge Lab, the Pond Lab, the Haze Lab, and the Black Ant Lab. And you have already made it through the hedge, so now on to the others. I will mark the locations of the super chips in those labs. Please find them and return to me so we can figure out how to repair the spacer. Oh, before you leave, check out the new recipes in the ASL Terminal Science Shop. That could be helpful for some of the tougher challenges. Please come again soon. I am extremely lonely.
I am extremely lonely.
What would Dr. Tully do?
Alright, well, we finished that one off, so we have 13.5k with the resource stuff. But let's take a look at these molars. Well, since we have enough, bam. And we'll save up and get that last mutation. These mutations will be extremely valuable. I feel like more so than the health or anything, that having these extra mutations giving us all those perks are going to be way more useful. And then, of course, we have the mega things. We could get higher stacks of arrows and higher stacks of resources. Consumables might be really good. We can just make extra boxes for these, and if we can make our bows stronger, we won't really need the extras just yet. You know what? Let's just do one of each. Yeah, buddy. So now we can go ahead and stack all that stuff up. So bam, 25 and another 25, and it leaves us 10. Bam. That will save us 1 extra slot. Really nice. Hopping back in here though. Wow, lots of stuff. We want the zip lines in order to get on top of the bird feeder. And ladders are always a good thing for at our base. There's the torch upgrade. There's pebble foundations. We don't really need that. Fortified base stuff. We won't need those because of our current base location. Meat shield would give us a new mutation with a perk. Reduced fall damage could be okay, but as long as you have a glider, you're usually fine. I kind of think we should hold off for a bit, other than upgrading our torches, zip lines, and ladders. There might be better stuff here soon. I don't know. We'll actually take the meat shield one to increase max health. So there you go. So it is going to be dark soon. We'll leave in the morning for the pond lab. But what we will do in the meantime is jump down here and attempt to get some bones. Maybe we can make the next tier water knife. That way we have some better attack potential in the water.
All geared up.
So let's gear up and jump on in. We are going to need more scales in order to repair our gear, should we need it. And then right over here we can find the mossy chest, and there should be some bones down here as well. Couple things from down here. Here's another bone. Here's another bone. Ooh, look what else we found. Oh, nice. Those sink a lot slower now. Fantastic. Well, we got our first feather. That should unlock a hat, I believe, and some better quality arrows. Alright. One bone knife. Oh, what is this? All we did was go to sleep. What's going on? Waking up in some sort of lab? Is this where we got shrunk? It's like some creepy ET stuff, man. Oh, crap.
Please don't move and look straight ahead. I promise you won't feel a thing.
Holy.
It's a go for molecular reduction. Spacer is primed.
Yeah, that's a horror game. I don't care what anybody says.
Will seem so small.
Whoa.
Oh, that nightmare was crazy. Like watching a movie. Spacer? Ominid? I know adults have nightmares about work, but I don't think their kids are supposed to. I have to tell Burgle about this.
Well, I guess we're going to Burgle before we jump back in the water.
Good morning! How can I help you today? I'm afraid Dr. Tully did not program me for dream analysis, but I will do my best. Was it perhaps about electric beef? I have always wanted to have that dream. Why don't you describe your dream for me? Aha! That confirms it. There are 2 spacers, just as Dr. Tully surmised. One in the yard and one at Ominent. He had a hunch that they continued his work on the spacer after he stopped working for them. It all computes. I do not believe these are just dreams. These are surely your memories. But perhaps they only return to you as dreams. So, Ominent shrunk you, and now you are here. I am pretty sure you are not an Ominent secret agent. I was JKing. That was a test. You passed. So if you are not an Ominent agent, why would they be shrinking children? Surely I have no idea. Yet another puzzle for us to solve. On the plus side, your memories must be slowly returning. If you have another dream, please come again. How can I be of assistance? How can I help you today? Fare thee well,
Alrighty. Well, that's interesting. Well, seeing as we're down here with Burgle anyway, and I know there is a cave right down here, we can just jump down and do this one. We're going to go ahead and equip our light. This cave should let out near the pond anyway. And there should be some goodies down here for us to get. Aha! Bam. We'll take a look at that in a moment. We want to get through here quickly. There's a free light as well. I'll take some quartz. There's some twists and turns here. We'll grab this. There's a backpack here with some arrows. And then if you have your knife at tier 2 like I just did, you can chop that down and get a molar. And then, ooh, marble. Some science, some clay, some food, some spiders. Ow. And then we just follow this. It should let out right at the pond. Alright, here we are. It always seems to be covered by tadpoles for some reason. But at any rate, this hatch should work. Yeah, buddy. And see if anything's changed down here. Hop on out of the water. I don't see anything. Some science. Some marble to get. Oh, there's a bunch in there that I'd love to get. Is this door open? Assistant manager's key card. Alright, we'll have to come back to this one. That hatch never had an opening before, but looks like we get a ton of marble as a reward. So right after we complete the boss fight at the Black Ant Hill, we can come back to that. Alright, there's the dome hatch, but before we enter that, I want to try and enter this one over here. There's another manager's key, so we can't enter this one yet either. However, we can grab up all the raw science. We'll go grab some oxygen and hit that next hatch. Let's see if this hatch opens. It doesn't. It's one we have to access from the inside. We are being chased by a fish. I don't want to be chased by a fish. We're gonna hide in this log. Ooh, raw science. Looks like there's a tooth over here as well. Go ahead and grab that while we wait for this fish to go away. Very nice. Right here you can see a fan inside the lab. There's a spade down here with another little entrance. Bam! And we have an analyzer down here, which is really cool because we did pick up this light. Some free science. Really not much else in here. This room is locked, but we can get to that from the other side. Right over here we have a pot. Grab this raw science right now. Hey, and we got a mutation. Fantastic. There's a rock right next to the pot that you can dive under. There's a ring down here, giving us another location. All these explorer perks are going to help us move around the yard a lot faster, so you want to unlock a lot of those if you can. After that, you're ready to head down into the pit and start unlocking the pond lab. Alright, we're back down in the area where we've been gathering all of the bones and stuff like that. Now there is that treasure chest down there. We can quickly get the key for that. But the mossy key is right next to one of these here fans. And the fan that we're going to want is this one over here. There'll be a cave that we can enter to the right of it. Let's pop open our light. Right down here under this rock and into the mossy cave. You're going to want to try to ignore all these things. Hopefully your armor is strong enough to take a hit or two. But you just come down in here. There's the key just hanging out. There are some quartz and things like that laying around if you want to get any of those. But we're just going to quickly leave here and go get healed up. Alright, we've made it back to the chest. Go ahead and press E on that. We get ourselves a really nice golden molar and a sunken burgle chip. Fantastic. Of course, now that we are in here, there is a message we can grab.
Each member of the Tully family, excepting yours truly, looks at Brussels sprouts, the great cabbage of Belgium, with utter disdain. Within its densely packed leaves, a high-powered nutrient boost in a miniature form factor. And yet mealtime after mealtime, it is recklessly cast aside. Well, more for me. The body knows when it's lacking something. Funny that it doesn't tell the mind why, though. But I have taken the hint, and I'll do those brilliant horticulturalists of Belgium one better. You see, these little morsels are a prime candidate for experimentation in my new submersible multifunction lab.
Appointment.
Already? The joys of getting older. Trudy pushed me to go see a doctor after she remarked that I looked like a plate of wet ham. Very well. Mustn't be late and keep Dr. Applebaum waiting.
After you listen to your messages, you can pick up another note and flip the switch. As you can see, things aren't working exactly correctly, but if we go flip these switches, we will have access to the rest of the lab. After leaving the lab, the first switch you're going to find is out here in the open. Just go over and spin that. The next one, if you turn directly around, you'll see off here to the left by a string of lights. Just going to follow these out, and here is our button. If you do another 180 from that, come out here, you'll see the next one down there in another fallen piece of the lab. The entrance is over here. We're just going to swim down into here. There is a fan at the end of this tunnel that will push you around. If you wait a little bit, it will turn off. We can grab this little beauty right here, swim down in, hit this button, and that should give us access to the rest of the lab. Before leaving, however, you're going to want to smackify some vines again. Bam! Good to go. On your way back to the lab, you will notice a little marker up here. a little waterway has opened for us. Fantastic. If we walk over here and hit the button, you're going to be greeted by this.
Gonna have a look around. Got a new one.
After defeating the little robot, get yourself a little bit of raw science. And we can go into the next room, which has a crafting bench should you need it. Some more notes, a couple bandages. After a good night's sleep and setting your respawn point at the bed should you feel the need to, we can continue. There's a sprout in there. Also another note over here. Box in the back. Ooh, nice. Some more quartz. There's a locked door there. In a room that requires a password. Now we have to go down in here and it does get really dark. Make sure that you have your light available to you for this part. There will be some spiders as well. Go down to the floor here. More on that. We can go back up through here. Ah, here we go. More quartz. I'm trying to get my eye out for that stuff. And then down in here, there is a clay wall that you can break through. You can go ahead and collect the clay if you think you're going to need it for building your base. Pretty sure we're good to go on that. So we're going to save the inventory slots, but back here is another scabby. Oh, stuck on a spider. There we go. We're just going to ignore him and get through this dark portion. Bam. Now we're right up here. We can go ahead and switch back to our shield and our primary weapon. We've got more notes here on the right, along with some marble.
Dr. Applebaum has pronounced me in perfect health. For a man 20 years my senior. I must face the facts. The gray hairs, the wrinkles, they are not figments of the imagination. I can draw only one reasonable conclusion. It is the elusive fractional errors of the shrinking process which are the cause. Trudy has asked that I discontinue my experiments, but what choice do I have? If I quit now, I will have nothing. What will I be other than a failed inventor and scientist with no discoveries to his name, unable even to teach the basics of physics to a gaggle of hormonal teenagers? No! If this means that I must sacrifice 20 years of my life, then so be it.
And yet you force these things on children. Well, at any rate, let's go ahead and click the password here. Reboot biome terminal. Will do. Swinging back around this side, our door is open. We can run back the way we came. A hat! After an encounter with the robots, you're going to come through here. We can go over here to the right. And then follow the soggy footprints. Ooh, more candy bars. I like it. And fight some more robots. On the bright side, you get a lot of raw science from these robots. Through the door on the left is another one of them near scabbies. You'll find quartz and things like that lying around. Of course, there's chests to get. More research notes if you want to read those. Some scribblings on the wall. And then out through here, will be your exit to the pond hatch. Some raw science. There used to be a note on this chair, but they've since moved that. You can, however, get some more marble. And then, once you've finished exploration of the bottom floor, we can make our way up. On the wall, there are these sprouts that you can grab, but if you come up here, you'll be able to turn the lights on. There is our golden super chip.
This time you've gone too far, Wendell Tully. You've done the unthinkable, trespassed the unforgivable. You missed Thanksgiving dinner. Who can blame Trudy? I know that I pushed things to the breaking point, that she has grit her teeth and borne it. She told me that she could not bear to watch me destroy my life, let alone hers, the children's, in single-minded pursuit of this technology. Never in all the years of knowing her has she given me such a cold, immovable ultimatum. My science or my family. But if only she could see. I am doing this for them. I understand it has been hard. It has been harder on no one more than myself. If only I had more time. If I could just prove to them the wonders that are so close now, they would understand, wouldn't they? And if they did not, perhaps they never understood me at all.
I have a feeling you'll bounce back, buddy.
Oh, what? This lab's a convertible. Color me impressed, Dr. Tully.
Look at that. Instead of looking in on an aquarium, we're looking out from the inside of one. Really cool. But now that we have light, we can go ahead and grab up all these sprouts, because we'll need them to make some super strong slurries. And after you've picked up all your sprouts, it's time to head back to Burgle to drop off these chips.
Always happy to see you. How can I help you today? I knew I could count on you. Please hold while I update my files. Here we go. Processing. Woo! Better than ever. My diagnostic module is now restored. Analysis shows the spacer suffered a catastrophic failure in the embiggening cell. The embiggening cell stores and regulates interatomic energy transfer during the spacing expansion phase of the spacer. Put simply, it controls the rate of growth of the subject and prevents overexpansion, which can be quite messy. There is both good news and bad news. Which would you like to have first? All natural flavoring is not, strictly speaking, natural. Now, the good news is that I have a spare cell here. The bad news, it is empty. The cell must be filled with a special mixture, a cocktail, if you will. Another breakthrough invention by Dr. Tully. Hold please while I push the recipe for the embiggening cocktail to your scabby. Processing. Cheese and fries. It appears the formula for the embiggening cocktail is not in my memory. It must be on one of the remaining super chips. We will need that recipe in order to fill the embiggening cell and send you home. I am sorry. It seems like the forces of nature are trying to keep you in this yard, but I believe you are here for a reason. Hold on to the empty cell for me, and when you feel ready, retrieve another super chip to see if we can piece this puzzle together. Ah, more chips. Thank you. Hand it over and let us see what I can remember. Much better. Check the ASL Terminal Science Shop for the new recipes. Have an exponentially great day, my friend. Have to keep everything nice and clean.
Good deal. Let's see what we've learned. Bam. We've got a lot of new science thanks to all those robot kills. Scrolling down to the bottom here, we got some upgrade for the fins. We'll definitely grab that. And then we'll go over here, see what kind of goodies we can get. Bam! Our last mutation upgrade. Next we can start working on health and stuff like that. Alright, everybody, and that's going to do it for us here today. Thank you so much for stopping out. I greatly appreciate you. Hopefully, you're having a good a time as I am. Now, next time, we're going to go ahead and make some more preparations for taking down even more labs. Possibly the Haze Lab or the Black Ant Hill Lab. But for now, and before you go, make sure that you get in on those giveaways down in the description, as well as checking out my other media sources while you're there. And then, take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Stay healthy out there. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.